Mr. Hawkins, you brought this case before the court.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's going on?
Um, I just recently found out that she's just decided to retire now, and she's getting severance pay. And
She just decided. Wait a minute, let me stop you. She just decided to retire. So she's
no,
still.
not just decided to retire. I just found out that she was retiring. I knew she was close to retirement time, so but I didn't know she was retiring now.
So she works a job.
Yeah, she's a teacher.
She's a teacher.
Mr. Hawkins didn't expect to be blindsided in court today, but here he is, facing the reality that his ex just retired, without warning, without discussion. She's walking away from her job as a teacher and cashing out on a severance package. Hawkins is left wondering, why now? Why all of a sudden? This retirement feels more like a strategic move than a life decision. And if she's stepping away from work, who's stepping up for their child?
She has a severance package as well?
Yes.
She's received. Okay, do you know how much it is? Or is there
It's-
something I have to ask her?
You can say my name.
Ma'am,
Yes.
excuse me. Let me address him, okay?
Okay.
I'll come to you as soon as I'm done.
Okay.
I promise.
All right. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. Go ahead.
Well, it's around $20,000.
Around 20,000. Okay.
Yes, I'm not sure the exact thing because it's not mine. So
How many kids do you all have?
we have one.
One child.
Yes,
Okay.
one little girl,
Okay, one little girl. How old is she?
17.
17. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, you almost have her out the house.
Taking her butt to the military.
Okay. Okay.
The tension thickens as the numbers come into play. $20,000 in severance and a 17-year-old daughter almost ready to leave the nest. They're no longer together, yet financial responsibilities remain tangled in old wounds. The judge tries to keep control, but emotions from the past keep seeping into today's cold, hard facts. What happens when the child is nearly grown, but the financial battle is just heating up?
Ma'am, how much is the
Yes?
severance pay that you have?
Well, it is,
What
About-
amount is it, ma'am?
it's 25,000,
Okay. And how much are you making as a teacher right now?
52, thereabouts. Not as much as him, though.
How much does he make? Why are you talking to
so
him like that? Why are you referring to him like that?
Well, Chris is just, he's just a great guy. He does well. He's very smart. Aren't you, Chris?
Okay.
When asked about her ex, she can't help but praise him, his smarts, his success, even calling him great. But the courtroom isn't a therapy session, and her oddly affectionate tone is raising eyebrows. What's really going on here? The judge doesn't miss a beat. This isn't about feelings, it's about fairness. But are those feelings interfering with her judgment or influencing the courts?
Do you all need to be here today? It sounds like you have other business that you probably need to attend to.
No, Your Honor. Just
You
we
still
broke
have my
up
number.
quite a while ago.
Okay.
I'm remarried now. So
Okay. So
I think this is just some theater going on. So
ma'am, are you aware that he's married?
I've heard some talk.
Okay. He just told you he's married.
Oh,
Okay. So we're going to stick to why we're here. We're not here for you to tell your love story about him, okay?
And then a twist. He's remarried. She claims she's heard whispers, but her reaction betrays something deeper. The judge wastes no time cutting through the emotion, steering the room back to the case at hand. This isn't a reunion, it's a legal proceeding. But when hearts are involved, even indirectly, can anyone truly keep it professional?
This is for us to talk about you paying child support. Now, your daughter, who does she live
I
with?
love child. Yes.
Okay, your love child. Who does your love child live with?
Chris.
Okay. And she's been living with Chris, correct? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And since she's been living with you, Mr. Hawkins, have you been receiving any type of child support?
Yes, we have. It's around $227 now.
Okay.
And I've been just putting that in a trust for our daughter, so she'll be able to get that once she's older.
Okay.
So I'm just right now just wanting this money.
He calmly explains that the child support he's been receiving is untouched, saved in a trust for their daughter. He says it's not about punishing his ex, it's about preparing their child's future. Still, he's asking for more support, not because he wants to break her, but because he believes it's what their daughter deserves. But is it generosity or control masked as concern?
I'm not trying to break her or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just to help support my daughter.
Well, I hope you wouldn't, because she seems pretty infatuated with you. Ma'am, so what I'm going to do is calculate your child support, okay? So your child support I have at the $52,000 a year. That's what you currently make as a teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Your gross is $4,400. And then that brings your net down to $3,653.78, okay? Are you taking notes and following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we have your severance pay. I can deem that as income as well, okay?
As the judge crunches the numbers, she explains something critical. Severance counts as income. His ex may not want to hear it, but the rules are the rules. Her current teaching salary, the severance, every cent is on the table. With child support calculations in full swing, emotions are rising, but the law doesn't care how anyone feels.
You looking real confused, but I can, and I am, okay? So, $25,000, we have your gross at $2,100, okay? Mm-hmm. And then your net at $1,823.23. Okay, do you understand? Is there anything wrong with the numbers?
Well, I'm a teacher, so we struggle. 50, that's not a lot of money that I live on. You understand, I'm sure.
Well, I understand, but I also understand that this child has been living with Mr. Hawkins, and you understand that child support is based on a calculation, right?
She fights back, saying her teacher's salary barely covers the basics. That's not a lot to live on, she insists. But the judge isn't here for excuses. The law is clear, and the numbers speak louder than complaints. Struggling or not, the court must prioritize the child's needs. And today, personal hardship doesn't erase parental duty.
In terms of calculating what your child support should be, you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So, based on that, I have a combined net of $5,477.01. Yes, ma'am. And then that brings, well, let me back up. I see here that you all both carry health insurance on the child?
Yes.
Okay, both double insured. Okay, so you all just maintain that. After a while, she'll fall off anyway because she'll be an adult. So I have your child support amount at $1,095.40. But I also heard you. Are you okay, ma'am?
Yes.
You're hyperventilating over there. Are you okay?
Both parents are paying for their daughter's health insurance, a rare double coverage that the judge acknowledges. But that's not the only thing doubling. Stress is mounting. The mother begins to visibly struggle, her breath short, her hands trembling. The pressure of the moment is too much, and her body is giving in. What started as numbers is now raw emotion in full view.
Well, Chris has that effect on me, but
Oh, you know what? I'm not even about to entertain that. I shouldn't have asked. That was the wrong question. I do apologize. Mr. Hawkins, you did say that the two of you were cordial?
Yes. It's
okay, because what I did, I also calculated what your child support would be a month as well, because of how you all, your child is an adult, right? No. So based on what your child support would be, it would be like $871. Based on, the documentation that you turned in as a police officer, right? Yeah. Does that sound right? Is that pretty accurate?
But I don't want.
She tries to laugh it off, but when the judge mentions Chris, she blushes. The feelings, buried but not gone, bubble to the surface. But the focus remains on final calculations. Based on his job as a police officer, his child support comes out to $871 a month. The court is wrapping up, but this story clearly has more layers than just paperwork. Some wounds and feelings never quite heal.
Too much stress on her because apparently it's.
Just don't look at her. Just keep looking at me. So, yeah, because it's creepy for me to even see it on my peripheral.
I can just do with 200. It's gonna
$200?
go to her. She's got another year. It's $200.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is order child support at $200 by agreement of the parties, okay?
Yes.
All right, is there anything
sweet.
else? Ma'am, you know what? That's great. Why don't you have a conversation with his wife after the show, okay? Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, nothing further?
No.
Okay, you all are dismissed.
All right, thank you.
And then, in a soft voice, she agrees to just $200. No protest, no fight. It's almost relief. The judge seals the decision and closes the case. What began with financial debates and emotional entanglements ends with quiet acceptance. But for those watching, one question lingers. Did she give up or finally let go?